Hello and welcome back. I'm Dr. Bo with Ready, Set, Grow. And on this channel, it is my goal to share tips with you to help you on your financial journey. If you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe. Also check the description for valuable resources. So today I'm going to talk about the steps I take when I enter a trade while it's in a squeeze. So while the stock is in a squeeze, what steps I take to take a position. So the first thing I do is I look for squeezes on the weekly, daily, 4-hour, 2-hour, and 1-hour time frames. If there aren't any squeezes, I just won't trade it. I won't trade. Since this is my go-to setup, and I trade this setup consistently, if I don't see a stock in that setup, I won't trade. And this is how I'm able to profit consistently because I only trade my setup. So sometimes I get members in my chat and my Discord server that are calling out different tickers that are taken off. And yes, if I see that a ticker like NEO is taken off, the first thing I do is I look to see if it's in a squeeze or fired from a squeeze. And if it didn't, I won't even chase it. So I just trade my setup. So I've mentioned in my previous video that I use my watch list, the TTM squeeze watch list. I did find this watch list column script online, but I did change the coding so that it matched my liking. If you're interested in this script, I have it posted in my Discord server, so become a member and you can get the script as well. So I look at my watches column and look for stocks that are in a squeeze. If I don't see it in a squeeze, I'm not trading it. When it's in a red box, that tells me it's in a squeeze. So I can see that AVGO is in a squeeze, BA is in a squeeze, BIDU is in a squeeze. So it makes it so much easier to determine what to trade if it's in a squeeze. Like Apple, I don't see Apple in a squeeze, so I won't even trade it that day. The next thing I look for, if I'm going to enter the play while it is in a squeeze, I follow these steps. First, I looked at there are 5 dots into the squeeze. So it has to be in a squeeze for at least 5 dots. So what I love about my watch list, I added this coding to it. If it's in a squeeze, it tells me this number, how many dots it is in the squeeze. So for AVGO, it's in a squeeze, but it's only 2 dots. Like I said, I'm looking for a 5-dot squeeze, so I won't look at this ticker. BA is in a squeeze for 6 dots. That's something I might be interested in trading. BABA is in a squeeze for 5 dots. That's something I might be interested in trading. Once I identify that it has been in a squeeze for at least 5 dots, I check how the EMAs are. The EMAs should be stacked on the time frame that you're trading. So let's say I am interested in looking at, let's look at BA. I want BA to have the EMA stacked on the time frame that I am trading. So let's look at BA. This is the weekly time frame, and it's been in the squeeze for 6 dots. So let me look at that time frame on the weekly. And I said I'm going to be looking at BA. Are the EMAs stacked on BA? Well, the EMAs are stacked negatively on BA. So if the EMAs are stacked negatively, then that means this is a short position. If the EMAs were stacked positively, then I would be looking to get a call. But the EMAs are stacked negatively. So we've done this one. We've checked the EMAs. Now I'm going to check the larger time frame. Well, what's a larger time frame than the weekly? Well, I need to look at the monthly to see if it aligns with the weekly. If they don't align, I will skip the trade. It's not a good trade for me. So let's look at the monthly and see if it looks bearish. Well, look at what we have here. The EMAs on the monthly are bearish. I have the momentum bars pointing downward. So yes, overall, BA would be a bearish trade. Then I check the C wave on the time frames. You want everything to align to make sure that this is a very high probability trade that is going to go in your favor. So let me look at the C wave. The C wave, if the oscillators are above the 0 line, then it's bullish. If the oscillator bars are below the 0 line, then it's bearish. So let me look at the C wave, which is down here on my chart. and I could see the lines are, you can see the dark blue oscillator bars are losing momentum because they are going from high to low and they are pointing downward. So that already confirms that this is a bearish position that I need to be looking at. Does the overall market support the move? How is SPY looking? Does SPY look a bit weak? Is SPY above the 21? So you want to take that into consideration. If SPY is trending higher and higher, I may skip the trade. So then I would take a position at least 30 days out because you don't know how long this squeeze is going to last. I'm going to look for a strike price that's delta 70 or more. And if those are too expensive, then I'm going to get something at the money. So let's look at the options chain. Okay, so let's check the options chain. So I said I was going to look for something that's at least 30 days out. I did take a look at the December 11. And I'm looking for delta 70. We're looking at puts because everything did look bearish. And the delta 70 puts are right here. That's 1845. That's this, and I don't like the spread, and it's a bit expensive. So then I would go and check the at the money contract, 885 and 970. That's a 47 cents delta. That's too expensive, I think, and I don't like the spread. The spread is too wide and it's expensive. So I'm gonna check a little further out. Let me check the January and see if this was any better. Again, I go down, I look for delta 70. So 69.70. This spread it's a little bit better, but the contracts are a little expensive in my opinion. So I would get this at the money, 42-cent delta. The spread isn't that bad, and I would take this position. So let's go back to make sure we've covered everything in my cheat sheet. So yes, BA is in a 5-dot squeeze on the weekly. Yes, the EMAs are stacked negatively, which indicates that I want a bearish position. I did check the larger time frame. I checked the monthly time frame because I'm trading on the weekly chart just for this position, and they did align. I checked the C wave. The C wave was pointing downward, so that's another bearish indicator. I wondered if the overall market would support my move, but the market is a bit extended, and because this is on a weekly time frame, I do believe the market will pull back some. So I will say that the market will support this move. And then did I select a position 30 days, at least 30 days out? Yes, because I don't know how long the squeeze is gonna last. And I looked for a strike price that had a decent spread and that it was either in the money or at the money, not out of the money. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. My next video, I'm going to talk about what steps I take if the squeeze has already fired. If you haven't joined my Discord server, make sure you click the link in my description. That way you can become a member where I call out plays, I call out alerts. I made 13,000 this week. You can follow me on Instagram, options_queen. If you are a novice or intermediate trader, you can also check out my book on my options workbook, which answers frequently asked questions related to options trading. If you're interested in learning how I made $10,000 on one trade, go ahead and click that video right on your screen. Thank you all for tuning in and see you next time.